Okay, 1804, good luck. So we've not played before, we have no head-to-head score. Opponent 4,400 games, that's impressive. Let's just go back to a Caro. I'm trying to mix the openings up a little bit now. What do we want to do here? Let's take... Oh, he goes for this line. I don't want anything to do with that, so I'll just push. Now, knight up, he'll play knight in anywhere. But I think it's still a good principal move. Oh, he's gone with a pawn. Okay, I did not expect that. So I think bishop up and bishop up have got to be good moves here. Knight across could be a move to hit the bishop and the knight. Actually, it could be, couldn't it? Does he give up that bishop? Actually, let's vary it and play knight across to hit the 2. So we can get rid of his bishop. Is there a trick with bishop up? Queen takes, takes. We hit the queen, we hit the other bishop, we hit the pawn. So bishop up could be a legit move here. But again, is there any counter trick? Takes, takes, there's no checks anywhere. I think bishop up is a move. I don't think I'm blundering anything. So I'm going to risk it and play it. If takes, I'll take this bishop. And then we hit the queen and the bishop. He can still drop the queen back and take, so he can still castle fine, but it's just a slightly unusual setup out of the Caro. So he's played knight forward. Okay, now that was a move I didn't expect either. So can I counter with knight across this way now? Wherever you move do I take here? So knight across, we hit these, and we threaten the knight as well. Again, he could throw a check in and take, but we still create this, but it feels a bit wrong. No, I think I should just take and take. Take and take. And now try and release my bishop somewhere with that. I think he's going queenside. I think he wants queenside, I might be wrong. So I probably best prepare queenside myself, just in case. But I might well be wrong, of course. Now I can throw in a check down. I guess I can just go here actually to hit the pawn and see if he does castle, but... No, I'm going to throw in a check just because it is a check, and then I'll get my bishop or my knight developed. Probably the bishop and aim for kingside, I'm not sure. I think kingside feels safer, but I want to see what he wants to do. Okay, he's pushed up, so I'm going to develop the bishop just to prepare castling. But he could still fly the pawns down the board, so it could be better to go the other side. So let's develop our knight so we've got flexibility. I think I probably still want kingside, but the Greek gift could be on. He's come forward now. We don't want to take that. We don't want him taking here. I mind you, actually, takes is probably fine. So queen back to hit the pawn is a move. I don't want this to happen. That's why I'm hesitating. Yeah, I'm just going to play knight across and threaten to hit the queen. If I castle now, though, he comes in. Yeah, he does want to go the other side then. So, what have I got? Queen back. He wants queenside castling, but now I'm a bit stuck. Let's just get the knight forward and hit the queen. Maybe check, depending on what he does. Well, he's come forward. So I'll throw the check in. Okay. So pawn up might allow a little trick, but it could actually be a blunder as well. So what on earth do I do? Oh, I guess I've got knight back to hit the queen again, but my bishop then gets stuck. I've got queen back here to hit this pawn. Let's play that and hit the pawn. I'm trying to see if there's a way to go for a trick. Queen takes back, but no. A strong player isn't going to blunder that, or it's highly unlikely to blunder that. So now can we target this? I don't see it, but pawn up, I probably need this pawn up, not the other one. But if I castle now, it's just checkmate. We can't do that. So I'd like knight back. I'm not going to get that. So I'm going to drop the bishop back, preparing knight back. I might even have to play a move like rook across or even f6, heaven forbid. I might have to play f6 and then go queenside. h6 takes. If he doesn't blunder by taking, he's going to activate the file as well. f6 and you just collapse this as well. It's very, very poor position, isn't it, somehow? Okay. What on earth do we do? I'm going to play knight back and hit that queen. I don't want everything left here. Maybe c5 might be a move. I've got to try something and I don't actually see what. Again, c5, the position opens up and collapses. So what about castling and just allow knight takes? Is that all I've got? I'm just going to bring the knight back and hit the pawn again. Okay, he might be happy to repeat. If I go here, I guess you just push. What to do, what to do. I've got queen up or back to come in. He wants to push here. That might actually take a bit of pressure off, though. If he pushes this pawn, then I can go here. Let's go forward, threatening to come across. If he pushes forward, it makes g6 a tad bit easier. Not easy, just a tad bit easier, and he has. So I've got queen across now. You can't go here, so I can challenge this center. Then maybe drop the knight back. So I'm going to do that. Yeah, he's found queen e2. I thought he would. That's the best move, I think, just to cover this. So I guess I'll just quickly drop back here. Forward I can just take, but I can also retreat. But I'm probably at a point where I'm going to have to take soon. But can I throw this in? I can't stop the pawn pushes, can I? So I'll maybe just take and go this side, but... There are some games you just can't really compete in, aren't there? It's just how it feels when you play chess. That king is in a vulnerable position. That's the one potential we've got. It's only a wild potential. Oh, he has actually done that and sacked this. So what have I missed now? What am I missing here? I'm obviously missing something. But now I am threatening to actually take and activate. Okay, I think he blundered there because he's offering the queen trade now. So I can take, 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 take. And this position's all messed up. And then grab another pawn. Okay, the position has just changed completely, hasn't it? He was doing tremendously well there, wasn't he? Playing a terrific game. He played that opening absolutely tremendously. Let's see how he played it in actual engine language like, but that was a really terrific effort by my opponent there. Well done. So pause so I don't accidentally start another game. Got 28 moves. So they're the move times for both players there. So let's just see what it was in engine speak. We are black for this game, but if you need to flip the board, press the menu button and flip the board there. Probably just a one move mistake at the end, I'm guessing, but it felt like we were worse, didn't it? Felt like we were worse, and we were. But how worse? Yeah, he's played the opening tremendously. There's a little blip here, but he's just played it really tremendously well, and then it's just a one move mistake. So the figures were 85% versus 76%, CPL 38 and 52, but it's just a one move mistake, that's all. And we get to move 22 there when it jumps up here, but there's a little bit of a blip in the opening. So what went wrong here? So it was a mistake here. You can see you should have taken the knight. I'd have probably taken with a queen to keep the pawn structure intact. And then we must have made some mistakes here. I should have just played e6 instead of trading everything off. e6 was the right move. Okay, so that means we've lost a very slight advantage. I was just trying to see where he was going with his king, because he clearly wanted to attack on the king side like he's done. And the queen side as well, I'm guessing. And I was just trying to avoid a repetition here. Oh, what have we missed here? Knight takes, pawn takes, queen takes. I've blundered this. That's why queen a5 is a blunder. I just simply didn't see it. That's why it's a blunder. My opponent didn't see it either. Takes, and I can't take back. I'd have to just drop the queen back. So it's just a free pawn, isn't it? Yeah. Okay. And then that's allowed me queen across, because obviously if you take the knight, you lose your queen. So that's a lucky one move mistake, but white is still better now. And the move here is bishop across instead of the pawn down, but I've still got a square here and a square here. But then maybe you just take and mess my structure up as well. So that's a blunder. It just loses a pawn, and then the whole position just collapses out of nothing. Just collapses out of nothing, but he's kind of outplayed me there, and yet the figures wouldn't suggest that. That's why they're a bit misleading sometimes, so we got very lucky with that one.